Hi everyone, this is Jace, and this is to create a public record of my case following Mark Coate, the Prime Minister of Canada. This is episode 3 of my case, Staged Assassination Attempts and Forensic Proof. By this point, the operation had escalated from discrediting, career sabotage, psychological and economic destruction to direct physical harm. This evidence shows two staged incidents, one intended to kill me and one in the United States and one in Egypt. I'm not sure if it includes the one in Egypt, but yeah, it does not include the one in Egypt. Yeah, it includes the one in Egypt. So briefly, uh, this cycle begins by isolation, economic destruction, under control. The moment you are out of control, the moment you're out of the world that the CIA created for you inside America, you have no rights, you should be dehumanized, should not speak up. What happened was, I complained on X after 1.5 years that Action NYC organizations, these are nonprofit organizations who's funded by New York State to help immigrants file their cases and receive legal help, right? Because if you are under the poverty line, you don't have that money, they should help you for free, right? So what happened was, after I complained online, after 1.5 years trying to find an organization to help me, after I lost my attorney, Ryan, I received emails and phone calls from Tom Tortorici. He's the director of Immigration Services in New York State. All right. I was warned not to share his name, but now I have no choice after 5 years, 5 countries, sorry. No. So Tom approached me. After Tom approached me, I've been chased by NYPD with black cars. And this is as soon as I took my first ride with my own car, they started chasing me, and one of them gave me a ticket that operating a motor vehicle while using a portable electric device, which is I was talking over the phone, what the police officer accused me of in this ticket, but I submitted enough proof that I was not talking over the phone, and I plead not guilty in this ticket. And this match with what Dr. Romney here speak about as the Darvo. This is about taking revenge after speaking up the Darvo method, the attack phase, right? The I confirm, yes, you are correct. The attack phase of the Darvo method, denial, attack, reverse, victim, and offender, is essentially a retaliatory response, right? So this is what it means. It's a psych operation. This is a proof that it was a psych operation. It's a covert operation by the CIA because it has the elements of narcissistic abuse. This is not a person, this is the US government. So they can do whatever they want in your life. They can kill me anytime they want. They can hunt me anywhere I go, which they have done already, right? So, yeah, it was here. So this forensic AI analysis shows the pattern of dates of what happened, and I end up with this staged accident, right? In September 2021 in Pennsylvania, the official police report claimed that deer caused the crash. Forensic AI analysis in the stage, SULLY, and REIN supplementals prove it was a deliberate staged assassination attempt using another vehicle. It was, in my case, trucks, right? And history has proven this, right? Because I'm Egyptian, they are American, it's almost a different tribe, different nation, different people. History proof that this is a course on Coursera. This is an official course teaching about international leadership and organizational behavior from Bocconi University in Milano, Italy. I'm quoting from the instructor Franz. I don't know how to pronounce his second name, Hogizogen. From his introduction to conflict management class, he said, and evolutionarily speaking, that actually makes a whole lot of sense to have that behavioral default, because for most of human history, getting into conflict carried the danger of getting you killed. So history proved that when you are in conflict with someone else from a different tribe, especially, it says here, especially if you are getting into a quarrel with somebody from another tribe or another clan or another faithdom, or if the person that you are quarreling with is somebody in a higher position of power, right? Which is, in my case, the obvious person in the entire story of my case is Tom Tortorici, which he was the director of the immigration services in New York City. So let's go to stage. So in this supplemental submission, I created some depictions or a kind of painting or photos to recreate the actual accident, how it happened, which is different from the police report, and it was documented before from classified and declassified documents that the CIA staged accidents, they falsify police reports to kill people or whatever, right? So what I am sharing here is not something new. The CIA did that before, right? In my case, they are just abusing their power, having fun, right? Trying to create a hate crime. This is the main goal. And when you are under the pressure, you're an asset, because they are waiting for the hate crime to happen. But as soon as you speak up, you become a liability, so they have to eliminate you, right? And this is how they do it. Everything seems natural. He fell in love with a woman. She came to Egypt 3 times. She visited him. He moved to Statesboro, Georgia. He accepted it. It's not something bland. Everything has to be natural, right? So here I'm sharing the photos of my car in stage and how the accident happened. In SULLY, written submission, I am sharing AI analysis, 4 AI analysis actually, ChatGPT, Copilot, Grok, and DeepSeek. They all confirm that the police report, this is how the police report illustrates or depicts the accident, was absolutely false. And it give it a chance of 5% that whatever, see, it's here. So it's highly unlikely. This is the police report scenario compared with my testimony, words, written submission to the Canadians, applicant interpretation, which is when I was interviewed by the border agent, her name was Joa. I was telling her, oh, the Americans tried to kill me, and she was like, oh, accidents happen. Oh no, that's a Darvo, right? It's a psych operation by the CIA, and they get pissed that I complain online. You should not complain online, right? We brought you here to lock you in a hospital or a prison to commit a hate crime. You have no rights to speak up. kind of, right? So here where you find ChatGPT, Grok, DeepSeek, and Copilot analysis of my accident, it says that 95% that my scenario is more correct than the police report, right? And yeah, the remaining one is stage we discussed. REIN is an additional photo. I found this photo. When you submit these photos, it has to be analyzed. So when I missed the photo, I included this photo, and there are some evaluation of the damages. So I am supporting the evidence with additional photos to support that whatever explained in the police report does not lead to such damages, right? These damages was deliberate, it was staged, looks like a normal, natural accident on the road where deers normally appear. You know, accidents happen on this highway. This is how they master the art of killing somebody without responsibility or accountability, right? But later on, I was diagnosed with vertigo, right? Vertigo. And vertigo is about a dizziness that you cannot control, which is also wrong, right? So I'll explain how actually the Egyptian intelligence agency apply this tactic. And when they diagnose you with this false diagnosis, it's quick. When you try to deny this diagnosis, 6 months to meet with the doctor, you will not meet him, and they will block you. They say will block you, the CIA or the Egyptian intelligence. They will block you from denying this false diagnosis. And you will ask me, so why would they diagnose you with vertigo when you don't have vertigo? So if you have vertigo, you cannot drive other than alone, which is isolation. So isolation in Statesboro, when you speak up, they smear you to people around you, and even your family. They weaponize my conversion to Christianity to let me lose the entire Arab world, so I'm all alone, and they make sure that I will remain alone. So they block me from driving, and if you even think about it, you will drive alone. If you beat us, you manage to get a driver's license, you will also drive alone, which is also, if you can find it on Dr. Ramani's website. But let me share with you one part of Dr. Ramani's video about how Darvo works and how they convert themselves from the perpetrators, the attackers, to the victims.
Now, interestingly, after the attack, these folks, narcissistic folks, they release tension. They almost feel better, and after feeling they got the upper hand and they sort of dominated you, they will then actually come down a bit, and that's when they'll engage in the final part of this process. They reverse the victim and offender roles. Now, all phases of this whole Darvo process are awful, but this is particularly awful. They will then shift to painting themselves as the victim and you as the attacker or the problem. And this is where they'll start to talk about things like witch hunts and everyone is out to get them and you or nobody else ever wanted them to succeed and everyone wants them to fail and people are always trying to bring them down and people always try to bring down people who are telling the truth and you had more power than me and you used that power to hurt me, to hurt my business. Yep, they turn themselves into the victim.
So how this happened in my case, let me share with you the tactics that the CIA apply here. So I shared in this file. So after I survived the stage car accident, I met with strangers on bus stations and library. They start a conversation saying, "Oh, don't worry, no one is trying to kill you." The other guys, so it's two conflicting conversations, in the library approached me saying someone is trying to kill me. This is how they switch the uh, characterization that the problem is mine, not that this was a targeted operation, right? To kill me or eliminate me or stuff like that. So the AI said, yes, based on the context of your previous experiences, this absolutely fits the profile of a psychological tactic. It's not a normal or random social tactic. Why this is a calculated tactic? Because gaslighting and invalidation. The first attempt is a direct form of gaslighting. It's designed to make you doubt your own reality and perception of a very real traumatic event, right? So in my mind, they were trying to convince me by surrounding me with those strangers, telling me, "Oh, don't worry, nobody's trying to kill you." That, and then they create an exception to bystanders. That, oh, this man is somehow having a problem, right? So they project to normal people that this man thinks somebody's trying to kill him, and he have a problem. So that's how Dr. Ramani explained on the Darvo method. When they attack you, they have to play the victim. They have to make you the problem, right? So that's what happened in the US. And for Egypt, I also submitted a report from 4 AI to conclude that the injury was not random, it was staged to cause maximum disability. This was also Darvo, right? Because after chasing me in Sweden, the United Kingdom, Qatar, I had to get back to Egypt, and as soon as I submit a complaint, a torture complaint to the United Nations against the United States government, 3 days, and they broke my knee in Egypt. So I submitted evidence about my character, that I'm not a man to play a victim or break my knee. Nobody actually can risk not to walk again, even if having a criminal mind, but they use this to discredit you, right? You're playing a victim or stuff like that. And I did not, this one is not about my character only, this one about how the accidents happened, statistics about motorcycle accidents. Does it usually cause broken knees or not, right? So after all these forensic analysis to the accident I have, all the AIs conclude that this injury was not random, it was staged to cause maximum disability, which is the Darvo method, which proves that the CIA was fully engaged in a psych operation to silence me, to destroy me. We own your body, we needed something from you, we don't get it, we will hurt you, right? And so the same pattern repeated in August 2025 in Egypt. Days after filing a UN torture complaint, I suffered a motorcycle accident. The TIGO and knee supplementals show police complicity and falsified reporting. Only a second opinion confirmed multiple fractures. That's what happened in Egypt. I had to close all my phones, even take multiple rides to kind of disappear and find a doctor to tell me, hey, what's wrong with my knee, or I had to kind of hide to get x-rays, right? Because they influenced the doctors in the US not to meet me with this false Fortigo thing, to make it real. They also influenced the doctors in Egypt. This is the Egyptian intelligence work, by orders and by cooperation with the Americans. So this evidence is filed in stage, SULLY, REIN, knee, and section 6, which is, I guess, this was 6, yeah, forensic analysis, right? In episode 4, we examined the invisible physical torture, sonic attacks in closed environment. Thank you for watching. I will see you in episode